During World War II, Princess Elizabeth, now Queen Elizabeth II, served as an ambulance driver and mechanic. Her service lasted 5 months. Betty Broadbent tattooed Venus, Australia, April 4, 1938. Dennis Frisoli on his 30-foot unicycle Tower of Death, Edison, New Jersey, 1982. Cavalry Guards at the Mikhailovsky Garden, 1904. Annie Taylor, a teacher from Michigan, became the first person to go over the Niagara Falls in a barrel. Photo of the moment she is rescued after the stunt, 24 of October of 1901. The German gunboat Adler after being hit by a typhoon, Samoa, March 1889. Parsonstown Leviathan, a 6-foot telescope built in 1845. The Clintons with friend Diane Blair, circa 1970. Girl walking with her rabbit, 1973, Shinagawa, Japan. A mobile secretary in a Cadillac with a desk, typewriter, and telephone, 1950s. A wedding in ruined Beirut, Lebanon, 1983. This is a famous photograph by Horst P. Horst entitled Hands with Flask and Flowers, taken in 1941. The world's first cryopreservation, January 12, 1967, United States. School bus, Poland, 1974. A Soviet soldier hugging American war photographer, Charles P. Acquaviva, Germany, 1945. Jane Mansfield, 1950s. An advertising photograph of a portable radio that allows you to enjoy music even while on a picnic, 1925. A Northrop F-89 Scorpion all-weather interceptor pursues a Northrop SM-62 Snark strategic intercontinental cruise missile during testing. United States, mid-1950s. American infantrymen prepare to evacuate their destroyed support base in the A Shau Valley, Vietnam, 1968. Egyptian Police Academy, 1906. Daily rations for the crew of a British aircraft carrier. 1956. Reading of the manifesto on the abolition of serfdom to peasants in a noble estate, Russian Empire Spring, 1861. Meeting of mother and son in Chechen captivity, Chechen Republic, January 1995. Surrealists, Paris, 1960. A video store in Toronto, Canada, 1970s. Madonna, New York, 1986. Soldiers feeding thorny devil lizards, Australia, 1941. A man jumps out of a window at the Daeonggak Hotel, Seoul, 1971. Handcuffed prisoners turn the shafts of mills with their feet in a prison in Yangon, Myanmar, circa 1900. Russian soldiers teach a German prisoner Russian folk dances, 1915. Fashionable arrow hat, 1930s. John F. Kennedy having his last breakfast, United States, 1963. British fleet in the Maltese Grand Harbor, illuminated on the occasion of Hirohito's visit in 1921. After the death of King Ferdinand I of Romania, Parliament enthroned his 6-year-old grandson, Michael I. Ferdinand's son, Carol, had gone abroad with his mistress and, following the scandal, abdicated. Mounted Policeman, Boston, 1930s. Women are trained for police service, January 15, 1942. An Austrian reconnaissance aircraft from World War I, armed with a battery of Mauser C-96 pistols. Salt mine in Romania, 1940s. Downed transmission towers from the 1998 Quebec ice storm. Slide and car of Tsarevich Alexei in the Alexander Palace, Russian Empire, 1911. The cover of Vogue magazine for June 1940, shot by legendary photographer Horst P. Horst. (1896), mass crush during the coronation of Nicholas II, Kodinka Field. Monica Bellucci, 1990s. Segregationists taunting 6-year-old Ruby Bridges with a black doll in a coffin as she enters an all-white school in New Orleans. One woman continuously threatened to poison November 1960. Police subdue a fan. Manchester, United Kingdom, 1974. The largest Parmesan cheese warehouse, Italy, 1960s. Soviet soldiers relax on the beach of Bornholm Island with local girls, 1945 to 1946. Denmark. The Simpsons creators Matt Groening, James Brooks, and Sam Simon with the cartoon characters, 1990. Jane Mansfield with a hot water bottle in the shape of Jane Mansfield, advertising, circa 1957 United States. Elizabeth Taylor in London, 1948. Compact bicycle model, United States, 1920s. On the set of The Lost World Jurassic Park, director Steven Spielberg instructs a stegosaurus before a take, Australia, 1997. Bruce Lee and James Garner. A peasant woman at a loom, Kostroma Province, 1900s. Ivy Mike was the world's first thermonuclear explosive test, 10.4 megatons, at Eniwetok Atoll. The detonation took place on November 1, 1952. Breaking news, Budapest, 1975. Festive costumes of the Vyatka province, Russia, 1900s. Volunteer bushfire fighters on Black Friday, January 13, 1939, Australia. Sayet Ali Kabak, an Ottoman corporal, carries a 200-kilogram artillery shell when the crane carrying it is destroyed. Gallipoli, World War I. Georgian SSR International Youth Camp, Sunny Valley and Bakuriani football on the snow, 1969. Photograph of British recruits undergoing close combat training at the Commando Basic Training Centre, Achnacarry, Inverness-shire in Scotland during World War II, 1943. Indigenous people of Sakhalin, 1905. Pilots retrieve a puppy warming itself in an airplane wing intake, 1942. A Royal Canadian Air Force de Havilland Mosquito. Mark 13 twin-engine bomber flies under the Eiffel Tower, 1944. Juggling guns, 1890s. With a big cat on his shoulders. Circus on Tsvetnoy Boulevard in Moscow, 1966. '50s hairstyles. Man on a Pile of Skeletons, Cuba, 1896. (1905) Automobiles at the starting line for a race. Daytona Beach, Florida. Preparations for the launch of reactor number 4 of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, November 1983. Children skating in Vologda, 1950s. Frank Darabont and Morgan Freeman on the set of The Shawshank Redemption, United States, 1994. A suffragette is force-fed during a hunger strike for women's suffrage. Holloway Prison, United Kingdom, circa 1911. The mummified body of a Swedish brownie or hustomte, dated 1866. Sailors of the battleship. George V received their daily ration of rum, 1910s. Entertainment before the Internet, Kirby, England, 1973. Nelson Mandela and wife Winnie raised their fists upon his release from Victor Verster Prison near Cape Town on February 11, 1990. A group of scientists from the University of Michigan conduct an experiment on themselves to study the effects of alcohol on the human body, 1949. J.F. Kennedy during the 1960 election campaign. Gianni Versace with Supermodels, 1991. A French field full of German helmets after their original owners were sent to a prisoner of war camp, Normandy, France, 1944. Madonna as Princess Diana, 1985. Adolf Hitler signs an autograph for a Catholic nun. Warsaw Pact Soldiers, 1980s. Salvador and Gala Dali, London, 1936. Snowman with a Dog, 1910s. The Bell X-22, experimental vertical takeoff and landing aircraft from an unusual angle. Get ready to meet the Lord. A bomb disposal expert approaches a car bomb. Northern Ireland, 1970. An elephant in a traveling circus helps wash a car, 1950. Elvis with his dog in a buggy, 1968. Houston Monorail, 1950. Turbo Phantom. The car was unveiled at the 1978 Los Angeles Auto Show. A girl poses on a 1969 Fiat Abarth 2000 Scorpion. "15,000 Russian prisoners of war in German captivity stand in lines for bread in Augusto, Poland during World War I, February 1915. A policeman breaks a football fan's glasses, Belfast, 1971. Brigitte Bardot, 1956. March of German prisoners through Moscow, July 17, 1944. The Daddy Longlegs was a type of tram ferry service that operated in Brighton, England, from 1896 to 1901. In 1929, the NYPD expanded the motorcycle squad to include armored motorcycles. They felt the need for this because of armed gang activity and criminals. A special sniffer checks the quality and purity of the barrels. They will later be filled with the legendary Guinness beer. This couple from 1940 is literally getting married in a parachute, suspended in midair over New York. A man shaving on the banks of the Seine, Paris, circa 1950. Playing baseball in gas masks, New York City, World War I. An aerial photograph of the Trinity test site at White Sands Proving Ground, New Mexico, in 1945. The photograph was taken 28 hours after detonation. Scouts at Rest, World War II, 1943. Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger rocks out with a boombox. Electric train after the ER-220P1 crash test, 1970, USSR. A chaplain baptizes a soldier in Caserta, Italy, 1945. A Lufthansa Boeing 747 carried 72 Volkswagen Beetles, 1972. American 105mm M7 self-propelled howitzers and M3 and M4 medium tanks at a Detroit factory, 1943. The world's tallest Santa, Jacob Hudson Nacken, at the tailor's for a new suit, 1949. Former Locklear doing a stunt around 1919. Buto dancers, Kazuo Ono, Tokyo, Japan, 1961. Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze on the set of Point Break, 1990. Alain Delon and Mylène Demongeau, 1965. Coronation of Emperor Nicholas II of the Russian Empire, 1896. Ernest Hemingway behind bars with Spanish matador Antonio Ordonez, 1959. Opening a safe, Bisbee, circa 1880. Albanian refugees fleeing the Serbs, 1999, Morini, Albania. This was the original Art Lacey's bomber station in Milwaukee, Oregon, 1947. British customs officials inspect crates containing 500,000 pounds worth of gold imported from Soviet Russia. United Kingdom, 1928. Aftermath of the Capaci bombing, Sicily, May 1992. Crocodile hunting, 1870. A soldier of the Honor Guard Company faints during the wreath-laying ceremony at the tomb of the unknown soldier. Anniversary of the liberation of Kiev from German occupiers. Kiev, Ukraine. November 6, 1993.